Wait. Wait. Hello. Hello, everyone. I just did my vocal warm-ups. I'm not expecting to speak as much as I usually do during like an art appreciation or anything like that, because it's just an art stream today, but I did some warm-ups just in case. But also, because I did my warm-ups during the ad break, I didn't use the bathroom. So actually, give me a second. Give me, I don't know, a minute, 30 seconds, something like that. I'll be right back. I'll be back in a jiffy. Okay, now I'm back. Now we're ready. Now we're ready to Binka. Hello, everyone. Hello. Oh my god, the captions actually recognize my name, I think. Binka. The captions recognize my name. It's amazing! Wow. But hello, everyone. Hello, how you guys doing? How you guys doing? It's been 1 week since you looked at me. No, it's only been like less than 24 hours. Isn't that crazy? That's pretty crazy. Let's see who we got here. Folk, hello, you beat Saribot. You beat Saribot to the punch. Nice, nice. So folks here, Saribot, are rock. You even got your sticker. Emolge Rin, hello. You got your sticker. Clyde, hello. Welcome, welcome. Gotta stretch them chords. Can they do the entire thing though? But can they? Oh yeah, can they? Let's see. Babinka Bear. No, why do they they keep writing my name as like with a B-A. Look. Babinka. And now it's with a U. How about this? Bibinka. Close enough. Bibinka Bear. Baby! I'm not a baby. Bibinka Bear. Bibinka Bear! BBQ Bear! No! No, don't do it. Don't BBQ the bear. Don't the bear. Anyway, let's get to class, shall we? Let's get to class. Hello, everyone. Hello, it's me, Bibinka Bear, your local Sun Bear art history teacher and educational streamer, and the caption said Bubinka. BBQ Bear! BBQ Bear! Oh no. Gonna be my new name. Me when I'm BBQ Bear. That's how I feel about this. This is my honest reaction to this news that I am now a BBQ Bear, a barbecue bear. I want my barbecue. No, I want my baby back. Chili's barbecue bear, barbecue sauce. But oh, we don't have music playing. I was listening to the Jackson 5 earlier just because I'm still on the Michael Jackson thing because of the new biopic. We could listen to more harpsichord enjoyer. Hello, you got your sticker. I think Louis Zong also came out with some new music, but I was also listening to the Jackson 5. There you go. It's also because like I think I liked and retweeted a few like Michael Jackson biopic like memes and stuff on Twitter, and now my whole feed is like fellow people who are excited about the biopic. So, you know, I went to YouTube and I was like, you know what? I actually don't know much about the Jackson 5. I love Michael Jackson's music, but I actually don't know about, you know, the OG brother group, the Jackson 5. So I started watching some while I was working today. I was watching some documentaries about the Jackson 5. Pretty rough stuff, but at the same time, their music is just so pretty, so beautiful. Beautiful. But how you guys doing? What we're doing today is actually not too different from what we did yesterday, at least in the beginning. In the beginning, we were like doing some like ancient Egyptian hieroglyphs, right? We were writing out some names in hieroglyphs. I think I still remember how to do mine. I want you back. So this is Bibinka. Babink. And then the K. Or maybe it's the softer one. But nonetheless. Nonetheless. So yesterday we had a little preview of what it's like to write in Egyptian hieroglyphs. Today is going to be a little bit different because it's going to be part of a totally different continent known as the Americas. There we go. So today we're focusing on Maya glyphs, as in from like the Maya region, like ancient Maya civilization, which, although ancient, is not completely disappeared like some documentaries will have you believe. It's like, I can't believe the Maya peoples just disappeared out of nowhere. What could have happened? The answer is, they didn't really disappear. They left their big town centers, but they didn't disappear. There's still Maya people living today. Especially here in Los Vincos, there's like a good healthy, well, okay, no duh, they're also gonna be like where they originated in like Guatemala, the Yucatan Peninsula, but there's also like a healthy community here in Los Vincos as well of like people of like Maya descent that even know Maya language. So, contrary to popular belief, the Maya people are not long gone. They're still here, just like with a lot of other like indigenous groups within the Americas, right? So, we have, the only thing is like their alphabet. It's kind of like, oh, people who currently live in Egypt, you know, they speak and they can write in Arabic. That doesn't necessarily mean that they know like ancient Egyptian hieroglyphs, right? Like if I were to go up to like an Egyptian person, like Siri VT, for example, she's Egyptian, right? Or I think she's like part Egyptian. If I were to go up to her and be like, "Can you read this?" Although, it does seem like she's also a fellow history buff because she is a sphinx, you know. She might have even been there back then. But that's also like, I don't know. I don't know if and you know, your average like Egyptian person living nowadays would be like, "Oh yeah, I know exactly how to read ancient Egyptian hieroglyphs. No problemo." So I'm just refining these glyphs a little bit. I've been a big fan lately of doing this like, I guess, subtractive type of art style, if that's how to call it, where you like draw it out and then you just like erase and refine the shape with the erase tool. There you go. How to get an A. I've been doing this a lot in my art recently. By the way, I should let you guys know that at approximately 15 minutes, I'm gonna have to, I'll still be here, but I need to step aside for a little bit because I need to buy tickets, or I'm gonna attempt to buy meet and greet tickets, because I know my new Oshi Ash Carol just debuted like not even a week ago. Or has it already been like, yeah, it's already been over a week. But he actually has meet and greet tickets coming out at 7 p.m. PST. And I'm going to try my best to grab some of them tickets. So that's about in 15 minutes. So I might like pause for a little bit. I might put you guys in the cub corner and mute to see if I can like attempt to get those tickets. There's a lot of slots available. But I want to be vigilant. I want to, you know, get the tickets while I can. I don't want to be too you know, false sense of security where it's like, I'm sure there's going to be enough tickets for everyone and then just miss out on it, you know. But anyway, with that said, today's assignment. I just want to like place this perfectly. There you go. Shiopi, hello. Hello. We were just kind of recapping yesterday, and then I was just letting folks know that I'm gonna step aside in 15 minutes. About 15 minutes. Wait, that's so cute. With the random waving, or the random, like, you know, the hands up thing. I love the hands. I like using it. Like so. Look. No, he's gonna hit me. He's gonna hit me. I'm trying to run away, but he's trying to hit me. Why would Randon do such a thing? Why would he do such a thing? Unbelievable. But yeah, so today we're gonna be doing Maya glyphs. I will give a little bit of a disclaimer. I am not of Maya heritage at all. I'm just someone who's very much into like Mesoamerican culture and history. Part of my work goes into like the history and culture of Mesoamerica, which includes like, you know, Aztec Maya, including a whole bunch of like other groups that I haven't really done a lot of research on. But there is a VTuber who I think y'all should also check out. So let me see if I can get their I want to shout them out, but I want to make sure I have the right link. I'll be there. Because she's actually re-debuting in a couple of days. Because her name's Chaya, but I'm trying to find her link. Chaya. Cosmic Chaya. I think I can. I'm usually on YouTube. I miss my emotes. Yeah. It's all. I know. I actually am membered to Randon on both YouTube and Twitch, and some might say that it's like, you know, why not just stick to one? And I'm just like, that he's just my Kamiyoshi. I gotta support him where I can't support him. Not to say that if you can't support him on both, you're any less of a fan, but I have the you know, the disposable income that I can do that. Okay, I'm trying to shout out Cosmic Chaya. Let's see if this works. Yeah, there we go. Check them out if you're curious about Mesoamerican culture, by which I mean, you know, Mexico, Guatemala, you know, that whole region, like Maya, Aztec, Tlaxcoco, Tlacopan, all of that kind of stuff. They also do educational content specifically on those regions. But I also like to delve a little bit into it. My work, like I said, my work does kind of like delve a little bit into topics of Mesoamerica, and I have coworkers that are very, very much into like researching and studying that topic. And I have coworkers who are like learning Maya and or fluent in Maya and Nahuatl. So I'm gonna be using some resources that they recommended. But not everything's gonna be perfect, alright? Basically, I'm saying don't take my word as gospel in this, because I'm just an enthusiast. I'm not someone that's like drenched in the culture. That's real. My income is disposable in the sense that it's in the trash. No, but I feel it, man. The emotes are so funny, especially like when you use them in random stream, and there's so many possibilities. My favorite is when people do. Wait, can I do this? Just call my name. I'll be there. Do like this move, you know, with the peach. That's my favorite. What I like about Twitch is that you can mix and match some of the, you know, some of the emotes. So you could do, hold on. Let's see, what can I do? My name, and I'll be there. Let's see, what's the best like emote that I can mix with this? I feel like this is a good contender. Here, these emotes. There you go. I like mixing and matching them so much. But yeah, so oh, there's a Christmas song. That's cute. Mama's kissing Santa Claus. The walking BBB is one of my favorites. The BBB. Kissing Santa Claus. I wish, I don't think I have a membership anymore to Almontes. Otherwise, I like combining his tank one and my like walking one, because it looks like we're about to run into each other. There you go. Okay, let me see if I can get my resources out. So there's a really good, for anyone that's curious about learning Maya glyphs, there's a really good resource on the interwebs. The only thing is that the website is currently down. I don't know why, and I don't know how long it's been down, but it's unfortunate because I really like the site. But luckily, Wayback Machine got us. So I'm actually gonna put the Wayback Machine link in there. This is a really good site. Manually unpin at the end of the stream. So this is a really good like beginner's guide because they explain things like they simplify a lot of the concepts really well. They go over like, you know, is the Maya glyph system an alphabet? Is it, you know, like a logogram? You know, is it phonetic? They go over all those things and what those things mean. If you don't know what like those terms like phonetic, logogram, symbologram, and all of that, they explain it really well. They use like very simple language to explain it. Where is it? Where it's like a little stop sign. Sometime last night. Oh, here. Unlike European languages like English and Spanish. Oh, beeplebees, hello, hello. Welcome, welcome. We're learning Maya glyphs today, and I'm sharing, I pinned a really helpful resource in the chat if you guys are interested. Unlike European languages, like English and Spanish, ancient Maya writing didn't use letters. Instead, they use a combination of glyphs that stood for symbols or for whole words. We'll call the glyphs that stood for syllables syllable glyphs, and we'll call the glyphs that stood for whole words logos. And then it looks it might seem complicated, but this author is kind of comparing it to a sign that says one way, where like the word one way is like conveying the message, but there's also an arrow kind of saying like what direction is the one-way street, you know? I've been here for a bit. I've just been distracted getting absolutely obliterated in Silk Song. No! Ganbatte. Good luck. Good luck. I believe in you. I believe in you. Defeat those bosses and save the bugs. I think that's the story of Silk Song, right? Is that what you're supposed to be doing? Dark Slender, hello. Thank you for joining the class. We're gonna learn about Maya glyphs today. Everyone knows this sign means one way to the right, but the one way is spelled out in letters, but to the right part is given only to the arrow pointing to the right. Thus, the street sign is a combination of words and pictures. So Maya glyph writing is kind of like that. There's going to be some glyphs that represent an idea. So, for example, like, how about this? I'm going to draw something out for you guys. This is a good example. Oh, that's I set an alarm to buy the tickets. Give me a second. In about like 5 minutes, I'm gonna have to step away to try and purchase some tickets real quick. This symbol, right? Let's say that you're texting someone and you send them a funny joke. And they send you this, you know? Are they, you know, what are they saying? What are they saying with this? Or let's say that someone sends you this emoji. Oh no, I can hear Filka. He wants to come in and freaking jump on the desk and stuff. No, I can hear him from the other side of the door. He's gonna jump on the desk. He's gonna jump on my pants. He already ripped, not ripped, but like he damaged one of my, one of my leggings. Not my legs, but my leggings. Asatology, hello. Welcome, welcome. Welcome back. Oh yeah, pretty much. I attempted 3 bosses and got eviscerated by all. I think I'm done for today. Oh no. It's okay, take a rest. You've done good. Alright. Time is it? 56? Okay. Alright, give me a second. I can freaking hear Filka. He's scratching at the door. I'll be right back. I hope you guys are ready for some honks like that. I'm petting you, I'm petting you. He's like looking up at me like Like, he's never been pet in his life. He's never had any sense of affection, even though I'm actively petting him. But yeah, so some Maya glyphs, I'm also like keeping my eye on the clock. Some Maya glyphs are just like symbols, kind of like emojis, right? So if, let's just say that you know, someone reacts with something with a skull, especially like nowadays, that usually means like, oh, that's so funny, I'm dead, you know? Vilka, Vilka, I'm petting you. God, he's so funny looking. Or the fire emoji for like, oh, that's so fire, you know? I don't know if people still use these emojis. Because we've used these examples before in class, and like the students, whenever we like talk about these examples, they look at me and the other educators as if like we're aliens, as if we're speaking complete gibberish to them. When we're like, oh, you know, have you guys ever sent the fire emoji or the skull emoji? And they'll be like, no. I'm like, you guys are liars. You guys are McLiars, if I've ever heard it. So some Maya glyphs are like that, but some of them, like, how about this? This is a good example that was taught to me by my peers. Oh my god, freaking Filka jumped up on the table again. There we go. So there's a bee and a leaf. So bee and a leaf. Bee leaf, right? If you put them together, you can create an actual word. Bee leaf. It might be a mystery as to what I'm trying to type here. It's the word belief. Ancient Mayans like Lamau. The Mayans were amongst history's earliest meme lords. It's true. It's true. It's true. So, yeah, some glyphs spell out actual words. Some of them are like, they indicate the whole word. I think it's, I don't know if this is quite the accurate comparison, but kind of like, oh no, maybe not Chinese, Japanese. Japanese. Because there are some, let me see if I can give an example. There are some kanji that just make up an entire word by itself. Like this one is the word for day or sun, but then there are other, you know, characters that only make up a sound. So for example, this makes the sound ooh, right? So, you know, some symbols are a whole word, or a whole idea. Some symbols are a sound. So keep that in mind. I'm gonna mute for like a minute because I want to buy these tickets. I'm buying tickets for a meet and greet, and it goes live at 7 p.m. At 7 p.m. I'll be right back with Bean Cubs. I'll put you guys in the Cub corner. And I'm gonna mute for a second. It says cannot be distributed? What does that mean? What does that mean? It's 7 p.m. It's 7 p.m. What do you mean I can't? Hold on. I'm checking the various discords that I'm in. Oh, okay, okay. I see it. I see it. Give me a second. I think I got the tickets. I think I got them. No, oh my god, why is it asking me for a freaking code? I think I got them. I think I got the tickets. I just have to make sure that my Discord email is the one that I entered. I'm pretty sure it is. I'm like pretty sure it is. Okay, here's hoping. here's hoping that I put the right information. Yeah, I did. Cool. Okay, we're good. We're Gucci. Smoochy. Payment has been completed. Heck yeah. I was able to get tickets to a meet and greet with my new Oshi Ash Carriel. Let's freaking go. Life is good. Sorry that I had to pause the lesson for that, but I appreciate your guys' patience. Me cameo? Oh, because I drew the bee. It's a bee. It's beeplebees. Oh, Orlando, yo, thank you for the 3-stream streak. Hello. We just started. I had to take a pause because I was buying meet and greet tickets for an Oshi. So let me just tell my fellow Maramomis that I got it. Hell yeah. Honestly, valid pause. Who is it? Are they a corpo or indie? They're a pretty recent corpo VTuber. Their name is Ash Carriel. They're part of First Stage Productions EN. I never really checked out First Stage Productions. These are the folks that I think some familiar names might be Gail Gallion, Cassian Floor or something. I didn't really like check them out that much until this most recent generation, because two of the most recent talents from the most recent generation is called Lamentus. 2 out of the 5 new boys might be familiar if you're in the Hollow Stars sphere, if that makes sense. I'm not gonna say too much, but they are tangentially related in some way to the Hollow Stars sphere, so I'll just say that. But I checked out the rest of the generation too, and I don't know, I just got really I ended up really liking one of the people in that gen named Ash Carriel. He has some similarities to Randon, I would say, in that he's really good at yapping. He's really good at yapping. It seems very obvious that he's a fellow millennial, so a lot of the topics that he yaps about are like, oh my, I knew that, or like, I get that. So, like, he'd be talking about Digimon, he'd be talking about like Dragon Ball Z, he's talking about but there's also some like niche things that like I don't necessarily know about. Like, he talks a lot about dark academia as a genre. But I don't know, I just found their content to be really cool. So I have officially gotten a new Oshi. But don't worry, Randon is still my Kami Oshi. Like I said before, I'm still paying for both memberships on YouTube and Twitch. But I have like a side Oshi now. So I remember my professor stopped class for a few minutes because Tyler the Creator tickets went live. That's so real. And it's funny because like I work in education, and I work with a whole bunch of other folks in education, and it's funny because they've also stopped like what they were doing to buy tickets to something. I remember like my coworker is like, I know we're supposed to be prepping for class right now, but can you guys take over because I need to buy My Chemical Romance tickets at the Dodger Stadium. And I was like, you know what? Fair. I get it. Randon does excel at the yap. Yeah, I think I love the charm of that, you know? I remember before I even watched a totally unrelated VTuber named Vesper Noir. I was like, oh, what's the appeal of doing just chatting streams, right? I was never, to be fair, I wasn't really that much into streaming in general back then. Like, I watched Hollow Live, and I liked watching them play video games and react to video games, but it wasn't until Vesper that I like tuned into his like just chatting, his Zatsudon streams, and I'm like, oh, I like this. I like just like feeling like I'm a part of the conversation, I love chatting about random millennial things, and people would just randomly get it. Like, oh my god, you're literally me for real, for real? Yeah, right? Like, I know this isn't specifically millennial, but like Vine references always get me. Where it's like, what is it? Road work ahead? I sure hope it does. I love just chatting streams, especially when it's like educational. Yeah, which is why I'm glad that you're here. Let's bring the slide back up. I'm glad you guys are here. I'm glad that you like my yaps, as well as hopefully my educational yaps, other than just my unhinged, like, yaps about my Oshi. Wood-fired pizza? How's pizza gonna get a job? Apartment complex? I think it's actually quite simple. Those are my favorites, right? But yeah, so speaking of educational, back to the Maya glyphs. I also have, like I said, some resources here from my coworkers. So we're reading about, oh, now I can exit out of this window. I can just focus on glyphs. Sounds in my ancient Maya language are mostly the same kinds of sounds that we have in English, and they had the same vowels A, E, I, O, U. So they would be pronounced. The vowel sounds are closer to Spanish. So, A is like the A in father. E is like a long A as in day. A. E is like E as in keep. O as in dose, and U as in duke. So cha, che, chi, cho, chu, la, le, li, lo, lu. The Patriots. Mame mi momu. And so on and so forth. So there is kind of like a syllabic system to this it's not an alphabet, to this system. And one of the first things this resource, which I did pin in the chat if you guys are interested, it's syllabic, and one of the first lessons they kind of make you go through is writing out your name. So if my classes were like this, I would have locked in during middle school. Sometimes I try to remember, like, what were my classes like in middle school, because it's been so long that I've essentially forgotten. Because, like, I do remember there were certain... It's funny, I feel like one of the most preserving, if that's the right word for it, like, memories that, like, no matter how long it's been, you might forget a couple of details about, like, certain people, especially, like, in your, like, early elementary and middle school days. You might forget certain details, but I feel like you always remember how they made you feel. Does that make sense? Like, you might forget, like, their name or how they looked or, like, certain details about them, but you always remember how they made you feel. And I remember I had history teachers that I just disliked. I don't like them. I thought their classes were boring, but looking back, I don't remember what it was about them that I disliked. I don't remember what it was about them that I felt was boring, Because it's very possible now that I'm on the other side of things, now that I'm the educator, I'm like, ooh, maybe my history teacher was, like, actually pretty fun, but we were just so checked out that we didn't realize it, So... who knows? Or maybe they really were just, like, unengaging. All I remember from, like, specifically my 7th grade history class was we just filled out a lot of maps. Which, in retrospect, was really useful, because now I feel like I'm pretty decent at geography. But, like, that's all I remember from that class, was filling out maps. Like, I remember we had to memorize where every single, like, country was, but also, did we have to do capitals? I remember we also had to know, like, important rivers and lakes. So, and if we're talking about middle schoolers, I remember when we were studying, is it Africa? There's a lake called Lake Titicaca, and that got some laughs out of the kiddos. I remember laughing at that. But yeah, it's one of those, like, I wonder if that teacher was actually as bad as I remember, or if there were other factors in play. Okay, I was hearing some, like, sounds behind me, and I'm like, are the cats fighting? Because both Schnackery and Filka are here. So, but they're both snoozing now. But yeah, so let's get back into the glyph drawing. Let's erase this. That was just an example from Japanese. So some glyphs are going to be indicative of a sound. Some glyphs are going to be indicative of an idea or a word. I always liked history. It was English for me. I'm ESL because I already spoke English when I moved to the US when I was 10. They skipped the basics for me. So I'm like, what the heck is an adjective? I still don't know. No, yeah, I feel like that is another thing that like not that they skipped over it, but I do feel like even if you're like born and raised and, you know, like grew up in America, I feel like depending on your school, they might not have focused on it as much. An adjective, by the way, is a descriptor word. So saying like a small bear, small would be the adjective. At least that's my idea, right? That's my understanding of it. And then an adverb would be similar, but for a verb, it's like he speedily ran across the room. Speedily would be the adverb. What the heck is a kilogram, though? That's what I'm trying to find out. But this resource also has some pretty cool. What this is called is a syllabary. It's a chart that basically maps out how to find certain like characters. So for example, let's say I want to spell my name. So for a BBQ bear, BBQ is the adjective. Exactly. But also I'm not a BBQ bear. I'm not barbecued, please. Please don't put me in the grill. I'm just a little bear. I'm just so cute. You can't barbecue me. You can't. Yeah, HGTQW5, hello. Hello. We're learning Maya glyphs. So one of the first assignments or tasks that this workbook gives you is to write your name. And I think that'll be a good way to describe what's going on with this chart over here. Pours barbecue sauce on bibinka. No! No, I'm delicious. This is the worst. So this is a chart. As you can see, it says here, like on one side it says pure vowels, and then up here on the columns it says A-E-I-O-U. And then under that is B. After that is ch and ch. The apostrophe is like a glottal stop, as in you like almost close your throat when you say it. I'll demonstrate it a little later, but ha. Actually, why is there a ha but also a j? Because isn't the j also supposed to be pronounced ha? Anyway, k, ka, la, ma, na, pa, sa, ta, 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 wa. I'm forgetting how to pronounce the x. Lashkoko. Is it sh? Lashkoko. Sh and ya. Oh, Orlando, you got your sticker. Barbecue sauce and bibinka? Something to try now. Not on me, bibinka bear, but also not on the actual bibinka rice cake. Which, by the way, I'm excited for Christmas time when we can buy ourselves the bibinka. Anyway, so let's say that I want to write my name, Bibinka, right? So I would first look here where it says B, and these symbols all align to here, the A. So I know it might be a little hard to see because the screen might be kind of small. Let's see if I can make this a little bit bigger. You guys see here where it says like A, and if you scroll down, this is B. So that means all these glyphs here, they make the sound ba, like B-A. And then this column over here says E, like the I sound. If you scroll down to where the B is, then that means all these glyphs mean B. So if I were to write my name, Bibinka Bear, I would write one of these glyphs. So let's go ahead and try it out. And by the way, there's not necessarily a reason, but it is completely normal for there to be multiple signs within the same cell, within the same like column, cell, etc. Because you guys see how there's like 3 here? There's 1, 2, 3. These all mean the B sound. So let's try it out. So the first one, dang it, accidentally undid it. There we go. It's actually, so a lot of glyphs are in like a rounded square. Let's see, there is a circle here in the center, and then some circles around. Or you know what? I might use a different brush, because this is more of like the brush I use for like art. So yeah, let's actually change brushes right now. Wait, I hear Philka chewing on something. Yeah, he's just chilling. So here is the glyph. For B. So if I were to do it again, it'd be like this. B. So both of these mean bibinka. Now let's refer back to the chart. We don't really need to do the G sound, so but let's look for the N sound. So na. Here we go. And in order to write like a standalone consonant, because you know my name is like bibinka, and we just want to do like the N sound. I'm actually gonna come back to the B sound, by the way, but I just want to like show this just to demonstrate how to do it. So yeah, I'm looking for like just the N by itself, but to do that you actually need to use the glyph that is like part of the na column. So here we have like the letter N, and if you scroll up, this is the A sound. So that means that every glyph in this cell makes the sound na, like N-A. So let's write down one of these. I'm gonna choose this one in the middle, just for, you know, just try out. But once again, there's like kind of a catch when it comes to Maya glyphs, and I'll show you in a bit. But right now, I'm just gonna like do it as if we're doing like ancient Egyptian hieroglyphs, where we're just writing out the letter itself. The Na glyph kind of looks like a face, right? A sad, like downturned face. So B bean, and then we're looking for Ka. We're looking for Ka as the very last glyph. Here we go. Ka. Ooh, I could draw a fishy. Let's do that. So I need to draw essentially a fish. And mind you, it actually doesn't need to be like super perfect one-to-one. But I'm trying to get it as close to like the booklet as I can, just for now. Because there's something really, really neat about Maya glyphs, and it's the fact that like they're actually very dynamic, and I'm actually going to show you once I finish with this glyph. That the way I'm doing it is actually technically correct, but it's not, I guess, economic. I'll show you what I mean. I just want to finish this fishy. 3 dots here. Some lines. Cause it's like, oh man, I gotta draw a whole fish every time I want to draw my name. Not necessarily. Alright, almost done. There we go. So, ostensibly, or at first glance, it seems like this is how you write my name in Maya glyphs, right? Kinda. It's like technically correct, but the thing with Maya glyphs is that the Maya scribes, the people who knew how to write the Maya language, actually like to save space. They like to be a little bit more economical. They like to be a little bit more conservative with how they write their glyphs, and I'll show you what I mean by that. And it goes back to the fact that there's like multiple glyphs within each cell, because you actually have a lot of choices here. But first of all, I'm going to see if I can find a certain page that kind of describes it. Here, block glyphs. Ah, okay. So I see, I see. Before I even go into that, I should show you guys something else. So writing words with glyphs. Is there a way to take this out? There we go. So now suppose we want to write the word jaguar in Maya script. The ancient Maya word for jaguar, jaguar, was ba'alam. Ba'alam. Remember that ba simply indicates a glottal stop after the letter B. The following 5 groups of glyphs are all perfectly correct ways to write the word ba'alam, or jaguar. So this glyph over here, this one, that looks like a jaguar face, that is the glyph for jaguar. Remember what I said, that you can use a glyph and it just shows like the idea of that jaguar, right? It even looks like a jaguar. However, you can also follow the chart that they gave above. So for example, we're looking for the words ba, la, and then ma. And it's actually these glyphs over here. So if you want to make sure, we'll make sure. So look, I'm going to try and look for the glyph for ba. All right, let's look at the glyph for ba. Let's go back up to the chart. Once again, we go here where it's the ba and then the a. So all 3 of these glyphs indicate the word ba. Ba. So take a look at this glyph. It's a circle with what looks like a string of pearls underneath. We can zoom in a little bit more. And then there's a circle in the center and some lines at the bottom, all right? So remember that. It's a circle, string of pearls, another circle in the center that kind of looks like there's a ladder going through it. Let's look for the glyph for la, because remember the word is ba'alam. And then look, there's one over here. There's actually 2 glyphs. There's one where it's a circle with 3 dots and what looks like a bee stinger, right? But then there's another version of it where it's a whole bunch of little tiny dots. So that's la. And then ma is any of these 4. So there's either what looks like 2 hands going on either side, or 3 dots, or 3 circles, or this version where it actually looks very similar to the ba, right? And then there's one where it's kind of a combination of all 3. So that's the glyph for ma. Actually, you know what? We should be drawing this. Let's go back and let's draw these options. So I'm just gonna do like a quick and dirty version of it. So this is the one for ba. And then the like string of pearls, right? And there's also a whole bunch of other ways to draw the ba. But now let's go down to the la. Hamburger. So the la can be drawn like this, with like a bee stinger, right? And then 3 dots. Or it could be drawn like this, where it's like 2 big dots on one side and then like a trio of dots here. So this is la, and then for ma. There's a whole bunch of like different options here. So either like this, where it kind of looks like a hand. There's this, where it's just 3 dots. There's this, where it actually looks very similar to the ba. And it has like a little circle with details in the center. Alright, so these are glyphs for ba, la, ma. Let's go back to the example that they gave us on that one page. So yeah, ba'alam can either be this jaguar-looking glyph, or it could be this. So take a look. We have here the ba glyph. Look, doesn't it look like this one right here? We have the ba glyph. We got here the la glyph. Remember how it has the 3 dots with like what looks like a bee stinger? And then underneath that is the ma. And the ma, remember, kind of looks like this. It has like almost like its hands. So effectively, you can combine the glyphs together like so. Let's erase this one because we're not really using that. So these are the 3 glyphs that we have. We're going to combine them together. So just push this like this. We can even like distort the shape so it's a little skinnier. We take this, we actually flip it upside down. Oh no! Didn't mean to do that. No, I needed to move. I just needed to move. Why isn't it moving? There we go. And put it right there. And there you go. The glyphs for ba, la, and ma come together to become balam, which is just another way of writing the word for jaguar. Pretty cool, huh? I know, stretch. I thought that was SpongeBob looking up I'm on 160 cause data. No worries, no worries. But yeah, this is what I mean that like Maya glyph writing is very dynamic. You can write it like either which way, but then there's also other ways to draw it as well, like this, where the ba glyph is still intact, but then the lam part, the lama part, is replaced by the jaguar face. Or here, where it's like the jaguar face replaces everything except for the ma part. Or this one where, you know, it's a combination of all three. So all of these are, as the text says, like perfectly correct ways to write the word ba'alam. Imagine being Maya and messing up carving a glyph. You gotta erase it, right? But that's the cool thing. Well, actually, they did carve their glyphs into, depending on like which Maya culture we're talking about, because there's different kinds. There's Yucatec, there's Quiche. Depending on which Maya culture, they did actually have access to paper. It's called amate paper, but it's more akin to like wood bark. So you could, I believe you can like erase on that kind of paper, but in terms of carving, it's one of those things where I'm pretty sure it's almost like the Egyptians where they probably like drew on it first and then they carved into it. But yeah, imagine that someone messed up with like someone messed up with like writing it in the first place, and it wasn't until it's already carved in that they're like, oh no. Oh no, Tlaloc, you messed up. But yeah, this is what I mean, like Maya glyph writing is very dynamic. So if we go back to our example of writing Babinka, even though this is technically correct, you can also take some shortcuts. You could combine them together like this. Or you know what, maybe we'll do this. Where you like combine them together. Maybe we'll make them like really small. Bibinka. And then maybe we like combine this in there too. So we could do something like this, where it's all fitting neatly into this little square. But there's also other ways that we can write my name. For example, let's experiment with things. Let's find other glyphs that match up with the B sound. So let's go back to our chart. Let's go back to our chart and find the options that we have for Bibinka. Ah, so another way that we can draw a bee is this one that kind of looks like a human foot. But let's have some fun with it. Let's draw like a bear foot instead. Yeah, dude, this slab is gone. You messed up. Now we gotta get a whole new rock from a whole nother part of the island, the landmass. So let's do this. Let's keep, because my name has two B's in it, or like Bibinka, let's do this first. Do something like that. Oh, we have an ad break already? Man. Well, I'll put you guys in the cub corner pretty soon. I spent 5 minutes drawing this cat, but I messed up the eyes, and now it says my name is Click Caulfield. No, that's how it be. But let me do this real quick. Let me do a bear paw instead. There you go. So this would be BB. And then when we come back from the ad break, we're going to do the other syllables. All right? Or the other letters. So let's go ahead and head on over to the Cub Corner. I'll see you guys in about 3 minutes. I gotta get some water. But yeah, can you imagine that? You mess up a character and it's like, oh, my name is... It's Babonka. My name is Babonka Bear. What a travesty this is. But anyway, I'll see you guys in about 3 minutes. We're back. We're back. I was admittedly like listening to I was like wondering what was going on with like the music we were listening to. I was like, wow, why does it sound like this? But it turns out it's like it was like the early rehearsal sessions for the Jackson 5. But I was like, all right, let's just listen to some Michael Jackson. Yo, Mega Bronson, hello, welcome. We are chilling to the music. We just got back from an ad break, and we are writing in Maya glyphs, ancient Maya glyphs. Which, by the way, I'm not 100% on this. I've been seeing folks using the term Mayan with an N at the very end to refer to like Maya people. I've heard that that's still completely acceptable to do, but like the Maya people of right now, like the people that, you know, have Maya heritage and stuff, I think many of their communities have said that they prefer just the term Maya, because the word Mayan, it's almost like how do I say this? Like an endo. It's like a term that comes from like outside of their culture. And they just prefer Maya. So that's why I tend to use the word Maya rather than Mayan, but yeah, exactly, Orlando. It's like an anglicized version of their name, you know? So I know it's just like one letter of difference, but yeah, that's just what I've heard from a couple of people of Maya heritage. If you still prefer the word Mayan, that's also fine too, but that's why I tried to trend towards more saying the word Maya. But anyway, so yeah, we're trying to write in Maya glyphs. So far we came up with like this version, but it's a little too blocky. So there are other ways that we can do it. I was trying to do like a bear paw, because good to know. Yeah. So one version of the BI glyph is this one with the foot. I don't know if you can see it right here, the version with the foot. But I'm a bear, so I need like a bear paw. So let me try and remember what a bear paw looks like. just gotta look at my own paw, right? Don't stop till you get enough. Don't stop till you get enough. Okay, I see what I'm supposed to do. Don't stop till you get enough. There we go. We do something like that. We do the little fingies. And then there's also a little thing like that. So there we go. So BB. Because the cool thing with mind glyphs is that you can take some of those liberties. I'll show you as well, using the PDF that we're using. But you can take some liberties. You can be a little creative with the way that you write your name. So let's see. We got BB. Okay, cool. I was just reading a work text right now. Let's look for the N sound. Right here. So we have a couple of glyphs to... Oh, you can't see my screen. There we go. We got a couple of glyphs to pick from. The first time around, I used this glyph right here. But if we want to be a little bit more economical, we can use this one. This one can live at the bottom of one of the glyphs, and I'll show you. I'll show you what I mean by that. So this first B, we can put it here. Don't stop till you get enough. There we go. It kind of looks like the glyph has a mouth. It looks like I gave it a pair of lips, right? With like little like buck teeth, you know, jutting out. So this is the N part, and then let's look for the Ka part. Don't stop till you get enough. Don't stop till you get enough. Here we go, the Ka. So we have a couple of things to pick from. We can put a glyph either to the side of either of the glyphs that we already have, or we can put something at the bottom. I kind of like this fishtail over here. And that's cool because the main glyph that represents the word Ka, or the sound Ka, it looks like a fish, and it looks like these like miniature versions. They look like fish fins. I think that's pretty cool. By the way, I also have a little information as to why that glyph looks like a fish. It's related to the word for chocolate, but I'll get to that soon. So I want to see what happens if I choose the fish fins. So I'm gonna add some fish fins to this glyph right here. It looks like you know, my bear paw is getting a little fishtail. And yeah, you can basically mix and match with the different glyphs on this chart in order to make your name glyph. So here is just one rendition of my name, Bibinka. Pretty cool, huh? And it's a little bit more economical. It saves a little bit more space compared to this version, right? Whereas this is like 4 different squares. This feels a little bit more put together in a way. Yeah, that's one way to write it. There are alternative ways as well. So for example, I could also do something like this, where this mouth part extends all the way to the second glyph. Do something like that. And then the ka part would actually be like to the side over here. So that's another way to do it. It's another way to write it. Though personally though, I kind of like the other way better. But that's the cool part. You could mix and match. You can decide which version of your glyphs looks the best. So we'll also do some samples a little bit later as well. But going back to the fish. Yeah, the chocolate fish. So if you write the fish and you add a little bit something to it, it actually makes the glyph for cacao. You guys know what cacao is? Like cacao beans or cacao seeds? That's what she used to make chocolate. So the glyph for chocolate is actually a fish with some extra parts on it. Because it has like, it's basically like the, this glyph is kind of repeated in a way. And I think you also put the O sound. Which I believe is one of these. So yeah, the glyph for cacao. We can even look it up if you want. So give me a second. So Maya glyph cacao. There we go. Ah, it's not the O sound, it's the wa sound. Kakawa. So like, as you can see, there's like the fish glyph over here, and then they added a little bit something under it, so to make it like a repeated. Oh no, this is the ka. This is the ka. This is another ka, and then this underneath is the wa. So put it together, and you got cacao, cacao, meaning chocolate, or meaning like the plant that is used to make chocolate. And what's really cool is you could also see it on a couple of artifacts as well, like this one from. Ooh, this is one from one that I'm very familiar with, the LA County Museum of Art. So look, there's a little fishy glyph over here with little bubbles. So yeah, this is the glyph for chocolate, basically. And you see it on vessels that were used to hold chocolate. I think this one might be one of them. Like some of these vessels, these like cups were used to hold chocolate. And if you see the fish, that might be, not 100%, but like that might be a giveaway that this is a vessel specifically used to hold chocolate, like chocolate drink. Though back then, because they didn't add milk or sugar to it, it would be more of like a bitter drink. Like if you actually taste like, if you ever had like, you know, like 80% cacao chocolate, like without the sugar, it's actually pretty bitter. Cacao, does that mean fish is just caca? I actually don't know I know the word caca is like, you know, poop, right? In Spanish. I actually don't know the etymology of it, but it'd be interesting if there was some kind of link there, right? They're both brown. But yeah, so that's just like a couple interesting things about like Maya glyphs too. Is like I said, they're very dynamic. You can kind of mix and match. They're like, even though there are rules, they're not hard and fast rules of like how to construct your name glyph. So we can keep trying it out, but I also just want to look at a little bit more at this PDF, which, by the way, just another reminder, it's in the pinned chat. If you guys are curious, if you want to write for yourselves. Writing words with glyphs. Yeah, so we have balam here. Another example is the glyph for heaven or sky, which we saw earlier. We can write heaven or sky as this. I think this is chan. But a more common form is this. Oh, we recognize this. Look at the glyph underneath. Doesn't that look like the na? It's the na glyph. We're starting to recognize some of them. It's the helper syllable, na. This helper makes it easier for us to recognize and pronounce the glyph. The second form is a logo plus a syllable glyph, chan na. Or chan. This is what I mean. The author of this book, oh, sorry, you can't see it. I just realized that you can't see it. I was reading this whole section right here. And I was saying, look, we can recognize this glyph right here. It's the na. We wrote it a little bit earlier. But yeah, this author also likes to use a lot of comparisons to like Western culture that they feel that folks might be that might help explain some of the ideas a little bit better. So let's see what they say here. Other than being creative, it's not clear why the Maya would include syllables for a word when the pictogram for the word is given. But for clarity, we do the same thing. For example, we all know the big red octagon means stop. Yet usually within the big red octagon, there's also the word stop written out. We use shortcuts for words much like the Maya did as well. For example, we use the first and last letter of many words as a way to abbreviate them. So doctor, or DR for doctor, HR for hour. Also, we use the first letters of a string of words to stand for the whole group of words. For example, NYC for New York City, JFK for John Fitzgerald Kennedy, and DA for District Attorney. Also, we frequently use abbreviations that pick up the most prominent sound in a word. So, for example, extra large, or XLRG for extra large, PLS for please. And the Maya use syllables like letters like we do, but the idea is really the same. So I kind of like that they include stuff like that. Jack Black reference, right? So I like that they do that. And then they basically, from here on, they kind of describe what we were doing with, like, there's like a main sign, and then you can also add things above, below, or to the left or right of it. And there is a certain order to it. So I might actually need to, like, rewrite how I did my glyph, but these are some examples. Glyph blocks could get a lot more complicated than the simple one shown above. Here's a guide to reading more complicated glyph blocks in the right order. So you have 1, 2, they're right next to each other. Let's see, maybe I need to do something like this, huh? Or something like this. That's actually a neat idea. Maybe I should rewrite my name glyph to look something like this. Let's try it out. Maybe we could do something like... But instead of... You see how this, like, the paw one is vertical? Maybe we can make it horizontal instead. And we'll do something like that. And then we have the mouth, the thing that makes it look like it's like a mouth with a pair of, like, buck teeth, you know? Do something like that. And then we put the fish fins over here, maybe. This is what I mean. You could be really creative with, like, how you write your names. So now it's even more compact. But I don't know, I feel like this now looks like a strange little fish, right? Whereas this one looks more like a block of glyphs. So I might stick with something like that. But, you know, this is just a sample of, like, how complicated we could get. And why you gotta make things so complicated? Oh, and this is what I mean too. Sometimes the Maya would combine 2 glyphs into one single glyph. This is called a conflation of glyphs. For example, take the syllables mo and lo. The glyphs look like this, right? So this one looks like a circle with a bunch of like a string of beads around it, and then the other one looks like you know, maybe like a bunny, you know? Like this is the head of the bunny, these are the ears, is like the nose, right? But if you want to write the word molo, you can combine them together like this. Like, you see how the string of beads motif is around this one? You could do the same. A blockfish, right? So I'm wondering if that's something that we could do with my name as well. Is there something we could... Oh, you know what? I see it. We could do this. Let's keep this thing. The bear paw. Keep the bear paw, but you see how, like, over here it's surrounded by like 3 circles? Let's do that. That way this becomes BB. And then we add the N, the little like mouth looking glyph. And the fish fin. There we go. We have the N, we have the KA. So now we're even more space saving, right? It's pretty cool that way. I don't know. To me, that's just something that's like very satisfying to see. All the different ways that you can configure your name. And I like that I was even able to like add in a bear paw because I'm a bear, you know? And let's see, if we go back to the text, another thing I like, the very end of the chapter is, believe it or not, you're ready to start writing words in Maya glyphs. And the next chapter will show you how to write your name. And the following chapter, how to write the name of your town. Be creative and have fun. I like that they add that at the very end. And then there's a little factoid here for us. Let me zoom in so you can see it. In Maya myths, scribes were often shown as monkeys. Like the monkey, the scribe always seems to have fun. Isn't that nice? That's pretty cute, right? That's a pretty cute, like, you know, like, oh, have fun with it, you know, don't stress out too much. I like that. So with that, shall we try writing some names? Divide your name into Maya syllables. As explained above, written Maya syllables always end in vowels, although at times the vowels were silent. So to start, you will divide your name into syllables that end in vowels. Thus, you will have one or more extra syllables when you write your name. Remember too that if you need a syllable with a silent vowel, the silent vowel should always be the same as the vowel that comes before it. So for example, if your name is Anna, you have it easy. You can write Anna as A-na. If your name is Adam, Adam. It's a little harder, but using the silent vowel rule, Adam can be written as Adama. Here's the last A is silent, so it is better to write it as Adam. Note that we chose ma as the last syllable rather than me, mi, mo, or mu, because we want the silent vowel to be the same vowel as the syllable that comes before it. So here's an example. For example, if we write Antonio in Maya syllables, we get A-na-to-ni-o. So let's go ahead and let's try it out. Wait, actually, I want to see the exceptions because there's probably some letters that are missing in the Maya alphabet that we're going to need some replacements for. After you've divided your name into syllables, look in the syllabary chart to find the Maya glyphs for each syllable. If you find all the glyphs for all the syllables, that's great. But what if you know the syllables you need, but one or more of the squares is empty? If the square you know is empty, it means the Maya glyph for that syllable is not known. For example, suppose you need the syllable woo. In the syllabaries, there's nothing in the squares for woo. In these cases, consonant plus A. Wait, in these cases, use consonant A plus the vowel you need. So for example, use the correct substitution, which is wa plus u. What if your name has a consonant that isn't even in the syllabary? A common case is the name that contains R. Suppose your name is Maria, so the syllables are Maria. As you will see, there aren't many R syllables. This is because the ancient Maya did not have words that had R sounds. Yeah, it's like you're writing in katakana, exactly. So we have to make a substitution that sounds similar. For Maria, we would write Malia. This may seem unfair, but it is okay. All we're doing is changing the name a little bit to reflect how the ancient Maya would probably pronounce your name. We do this all the time for ourselves for names and peoples and places in other countries. For example, in Italy they say Roma, but in the United States we say Rome. Here we go! We have some consonant substitutions. This is what I was looking for. The soft C is the S vowel, the K, T, P. So D is T, F is P, J is Ch, G is K. This J sound is Ch, F. Oh no, it's the P. K, R is L, Sh is the X, ST is the T, TH is T or X. V is W, and then Z is T. Alright, that's what I was looking for. So now that we have our like chart of substitutions, we gotta remember that this is page 37. Let's go back up to the syllabary. I feel like I need to know the page number. There we go, for the syllabary. This is 18. So let's try it out, shall we? You guys want to try it out? All right, let's see. Okay, let me actually make this smaller. All right. Orlando. I'm gonna start with your name since I see you in the chat. I see Shiopi. You know what? Let's get a running list started. So Orlando, Shiopi. I'm just gonna grab some names from the chat. Clyde. I might just do your first name if that's okay. I think I saw beeplebees earlier. There we go. Beeplebees. Ooh, I'm wondering how to do HGTQW5s. Or I could do, if you prefer, Nendoka. And then Folk. And then Ace. Aceatology is also here. I hope just Ace is fine, but let me know. And then I believe, is that everybody? Oh yeah, I think that's everybody. Do Orlando? Okay, you got it. Orlando. Can I say these all look like stage speakers from the Splatoon universe? Yeah? I'm not super familiar. I've never played Splatoon, but I'm gonna assume that's a that's a good thing. Alright, let's try this out. So first we're gonna do Orlando. Ooh, so right away there's an R, right? So we're looking for O, and then L, and then another L actually. Or Ola. Then N. Then Do. They did say that that if it's a if you're like doing a silent vowel, I think they said that it should match the vowel that came before it. So I guess it would be like this, right? O, lo, la, na, do. I think. Matthew, hello. Let me add your name to the list too. Of we're gonna be writing some names in ancient Maya glyphs. Okay, let's try this out. Let's find the O. So right here under pure vowels, we have some choices here. We got the bird. We also got feathers. Currently zomboiding with Ruse and Shinri. Yo, nice! I hope you're having fun with that. I kind of like the bird. Let's start with that. Or maybe the feather, actually. Orlando. You know, we'll write both. We'll see which one we like more. Let's start with the bird head first. There's like feathers on either side here. That's pretty cool. Yeah, it looks like there's feathers on both sides. It almost looks like a turkey, which there are turkey glyphs because the turkeys are actually native to the Americas. So that's one possibility for using the O sound. Another possibility is this feather. I was bird coded the entire time. How goes it, folks? It's Friday in California. Huh? Shuto. Yeah, we're doing good. We're learning Maya glyphs, and it's been pretty interesting so far. So next, let's look for the lo. Oh yeah, you didn't see what I drew so far. Look, that's what I got so far. Let's look for the lo, because there's no R, so we have to replace it with the L sound. Here we go. So we have the O column. Ah, interesting. So this is the lo. There's only one choice here, so we're gonna go with it. This is the one that kind of looks like a bunny. So we got that for lo. And then la. We have two choices here. We can either do this one or this one. So we have olola. We need the na next. Ooh, we have some choices here as well. We could do the top one. We could do the one that looks like a face. This is o, lo, la. And the last one is do. Do, 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 do. Where's the D? There's no D. People of the Discord, you tried writing it yourself? Let's check it out. Oh, cool. I like the choices that you made. Oh, interesting. You were looking at the substitutions, right? I'm also trying to find... Oh, it was page 37, I believe, right, for the substitutions? D is T. Okay, let's go back up. It says use T. Ah, you're right, you're right. Okay, let's look for to. To. Ah, I see what you did. Because it could be one of these. So you could do... do this. So this is the do. Alright, so these are the signs that we have. We could do something with the bird. We could also start with the lo. Here's what I'll try out. So we'll do... There's the lo, and then we'll have the feather here. It's for the o sound. Olola. So this is olola. And then the last part. Ooh, okay, I got it. There we go. So I ended up just using a central sign. I used the lo, and then surrounding it is everything else. So this is o, this is la, this is n, and this is do. But in the center is the lo part. But I kind of like, yeah, if you guys peek at the Discord, Orlando went with this is what I got for just Olan. Yeah, you were using like the bird, and then you use the kind of like the beads underneath the bird. I kind of like that. Let's see. Wait, am I actually going to be Clint Caulfield? I just did Ola. No. Oh, okay. So yeah, you could. I feel like you could. There's so many different ways you could do it though. I do like using the like this one, the bird as well. There's something cool about using the bird. So maybe we'll combine these two. How about that? Let's combine these two. We'll even have it overlap. Why not, you know? Olan. Orlando. And then, yeah, maybe we paste this on top. On top of either the bird or on top of this one up here. You know, something like that. Or maybe we put it on top of here. I kind of like it on top of here. Yeah, there we go. We got two different possibilities here. We have one where everything is kind of combined into one single glyph. And we have one that is more so two glyphs. I kind of like the two glyph one a little bit more, but up to you. Right? Okay, so there's Orlando. Let's put you over here. Next up, we got Shiopi. So Shiopi. And I have an extra eye, right? You like the bird? Really goes with the bird thing? I kind of like the bird too. I like it too. I have the extra eye, so let's do... I think they said that the sh sound is made by the X. So she, O, B. And then an extra I. Nice. So that was pretty easy to break down into Maya syllables. Let's find the glyphs now. So let's find the X. There we go. And then do we have something for the E? There we go. She-O-P. Ooh, you got a cool skull looking thing. Ooh, okay, let's try it out. Let's start with a square first. Looks like a cool skull. I like the eye. The eye is very, like... I don't know. I like that it looks like a bean. Oh yeah, let me put my cursor. This is what we're trying to replicate. There's even a little ear here. I kind of like that. Oh my gosh, this looks like a Homer Simpson. Like, it looks like the little, like, beard part. The stubble part of Homer Simpson. It's a Homer Simpson skull. There we go. That's the sheep part. And then let's find the O. She-O. Ah! Why are you laughing at me? I'm not a jerk. Why are you laughing at me? That's just how the glyph looks. That's just how it looks. Oh, how could I forget the O? It's a feather. So we can add a feather in this is what we have so far, by the way. We can add a feather behind the ear, maybe. I kind of like that idea. Let's add it behind the ear. Here, I'll show you what I'm doing. So far, Shopi, your glyph is a skull with a feather tucked behind its ear. That's very metal. There we go. We got the Shio part. That Homer Simpson. Homer Simpson. Ooh, wait, actually, look at the feather. I like how it's like a dotted thing over here. What if we change the ear to just look like that? There we go. The She-O part. Now we need the P. The P. The what letter comes after O? B. Okay, what's this one? Okay, so either one of these two. It kind of looks like an eyeball. B. Okay, how do we add that to what we already have? Maybe we add it over here. Pet the cats. That joke just sent me back to 2017. That one looks kind of... Oh. We won't question it. we won't question it. Actually, yeah. Looking at it. There we go. This is what we have so far. We got the she part, the O part, the B part, and then we need one last I sound. What comes after the letter D? E. Oh wow, we can put something really complex in there. What even is that glyph? It looks like a bird taking out the eye of some kind of like creature. That's so metal. Or we could just go with the simple one. We could go with the simple one as well. Alright, this is what we ended up with. We have a skull with a feather tucked behind its ear. In front of it, the B part. It looks almost like machinery, but... And then the other side almost looks like, I'm actually not sure what to compare it to. But I feel like we did a decent job of like keeping it all within like only a couple of glyphs. Combining some glyphs together as well. I feel like we did a decent job with that, right? I like though that the she part is a skull. I think that's just so metal, right? So let's see, we did Orlando, we did Chiopi. Next up is Clyde. We might need to get a new a fresh page here, but let's end off this page with Clyde. Ooh, this is gonna be interesting. So Clyde, how do we break that up into Maya syllables? So definitely the ki. And then lie. How do you make the I sound? Because it's ma, me, mu, mi, mo. Mai, mai. Let's go to the substitutions. Is there a Y sound in there? There isn't. We might need to do this. La, I, T. I think we need to do this. Did you do your name? I did. It's up here. It's like I did a couple of attempts at it. It's the weird fish thing. Yeah, for Clyde, I feel like we're gonna have to do something like this, where it's ka, la, I, t, or t. Because the vowels, the I sound would actually be closer to a E, so I. So I feel like we need to combine the I and E vowels together. So let's give this a try. Go back to our chart. Find the ka. There we go. Ka. Oh yeah, that's right. Ka is the fish. Ka is the fish. And then la, I just want to see how it looks. Because I think... How does la look? Oh, yeah. Okay. Ka la ito. Yeah, let's do the fish. Let's draw the fish. Why not? You want to see what I have so far. You're doing the fishy. There we go. We got the ka. Mr. Rage, yo, how you doing? Yeah, we're learning Maya glyphs. We're writing some names down. We already got quite a few on the queue at the moment, but I would be down to write yours as well if we get to it. But yeah, we're learning Maya glyphs. I have a nice little we were actually doing Egyptian yesterday. But yeah, if people like this idea, I could do like multiple streams where it's just like writing down your names in either Egyptian or Maya glyphs. But yeah, I'm using a guide. The link is actually it's pinned. It's pinned in the chat. So if you checked out the pinned chat message, you actually get the link to it. It's on a site called FAMSI, but unfortunately the actual site is down, which is why I'm using Wayback Machine for it. Yeah, the glyphs of the Maya. Technically, they are the glyphs of the Hyro. Because Hyro means sacred. Glyph means written, I think, right? So it's the sacred writings. But people just, like, for the Maya, they shorten it to glyphs. Write my name, but in an ominous way, like the prophecy. We could try that. Right now, we're writing Clyde Caulfield's name. If it's okay with you, Clyde, I'm just gonna write your first name. First name only. So we're starting off with the Ka. And then next is the La. The La we can add to the bottom here. We're also listening to some Michael Jackson music. Because did you hear, Mr. Rage? It's a new biopic coming out. So we have the La. So we have Ka, La. Now we need the I. Let's go back up to the chart. Here we go. Oh, that's right. We can choose. You could choose either the really difficult looking one or the easy one. I just want us to appreciate that glyph though. Look at this one. The one in the third column. Like, what is going on there? Does it look like a bird trying to eat the eye of something else? I can't tell if it's like a dog or a person or like a chupacabra. Some kind of monster, right? We're gonna go with the easier one if that's okay with you guys. If you guys want to take a stab at the harder one, by all means, go for it. But I want to get through my queue of names. Okay. That's what we have so far. Kalai. And then we need the T. The T-I. Can I draw? This is a writing form against my abilities. It's like with any sport, right? Art is just like any skill. You just gotta practice it. I am but a child that can only draw stick figures. It's okay. It's okay. I have been thinking of I mentioned this to chat before of like a stream series where it's like teaching the very 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 basics of drawing for those that are like ultra beginners, right? For folks like yourselves who say that tis only stick figures. 'tis only stick figures. But I'm down, like downtown. Kalaito. Maybe we'll move this. We'll actually move this to the other side of the fish. We'll move it like here. There we go. We got the E, and then we need the to. I did this. I reversed it. So for the T part, we'll do this. We'll do this top one. It's a little bit simpler. These hands only destroy and make burgers. Hey man, burgers are tasty. There are certain burgers that I do miss sometimes. I find myself missing. I am blessed in that I do like the flavor of Impossible burgers. Not everyone likes that flavor. Completely understandable. But I'm good in that, like, whenever a place offers vegan burgers and it's like Impossible or beyond, I'm like, hell yeah. I'm down. Alright, so the fish is ka. The bottom side over here is la. This one is e. Oops. And this is t. So that is our rendition of Clyde's name. And once again, there's multiple ways to do it, but this is just going to be my rendition of it. Oh, oops, you can't see it. There we go. You can see it now. This is my rendition. It's the fish and it's surrounded by many fixins, right? Let's see what you guys are saying in the shot. I remember starting to draw. I went from drawing stick figures to Mega Man X OCs. Yes, dude, that's what I feel like I missed out on, is like the era of making OCs, like drawing OCs. I remember I made like my own original Digimon way back in like the 5th grade, and I named it something like Darkness Wolfmon or something. It's something edgy. Like Evil Darkness Wolfmon, right? And I threw it away. I wish I kept it. I wish I kept it for the cringe, you know? But like I feel like I missed out on that era of like, this is my Digimon OC, this is my Dragon Ball Z OC. Her name is the vegetable name. I feel like all the vegetable names are taken already. Her name is Bok Choy. No, I feel, is there already a Saiyan named Bok Choy? Like, Darkness the Hedgehog. Yeah, imagine that, but for Digimon. It's like, this is, I can't even say Darknessmon. I feel like all the edgy Digimon names are taken, you know? There's Daemon as in demon. Lucimon, Beelzemon, they're all taken. Getting super inspired by Yoji Shinkawa's art style because, oh, MGS2. A portobello burger hits too. I don't know if I've actually ever tried a portobello, because I feel like my mind is like, oh, it's just a big mushroom. It tastes like big mushroom, and I do like mushrooms, but I need the like, not graininess. I need like the sensation of the impossible. My drawing style only evolves by devouring the styles of others. It then gets run through a stupefaction process and comes out of my hands wrong. No, but like what you said though, devouring the styles of others, that's how you like end up with an art style. That's like the actual process though. I remember there was a friend of mine that was really into the art of, oh, I forgot. You guys familiar with the anime Trinity Blood? It's like, it was on Adult Swim for a while. It's about a vampire that eats other vampires, you know? But it also had like a lot of like Catholic imagery. So like the actual like manga artist for that has a very distinctive style with like these huge like eyelashes, you know, where it's like this, but like they went overboard with like the eyelashes. I'm not doing it any justice, but like I had a friend who was inspired by that style, and you could tell because of the eyelashes, but then it evolved into like their own style. So yeah, Yeah, like that's what you should do. That's what you guys should do. Is if you like a style, copy it and then make it your own. You know. I felt this. I tried tracing and I still stupefy it. I look delicious. Darkness the Hedgehog, Bachmon, Digivolve to Choimon. All the edgy Digimon names are actually real Digimon. Exactly, folk. That's the problem. It's like, I want to make my my super edgy Digimon called Devimon. It's already taken. Lucifermon already taken. Beelzebumon already taken. Leviamon already taken. Lilithmon already taken. I got it. Demon, you know? Like a demon. Daemon. Demon. Already taken. It's all taken. Simpsons did it. Digimon did it. Etc, etc. Alright, let's copy all of this and make it its own page because I want to hold on to the queue that we have going on here. Damn it. Paste! Paste, darn you. There we go. Okay, so we did Clyde. Next up is beeplebees. So this would be B, P, Lee, B, C. Right? Because the silent vowels follow the syllable before it. Beeplebees, yeah, like that. All right, so we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 glyphs that we're looking for. Let's do it. Oh wait, I know what the B looks like. We were just drawing it. Part of my name. So we could, ooh, this kind of looks like a snake, right? Or we could do the foot, right? Or we could do the simple one over here. This one actually, this is the glyph for B, like B-I, is actually also the glyph for road. So, you know, if you're writing down like the road to Tenochtitlan, or actually that's Aztec, the road to Teotihuacan, you would use like this glyph. I think. I'm actually not 100% sure. So let's draw, I kind of want to draw the center one. I'm going to draw this one. I feel like it's oddly befitting for beeplebees. There's something charming about that head. I'm assuming this is some kind of head. There we go. And there's like a little, oh, let me show you what I'm doing. Like a little thing down here. There's like something coming out of the face that is a spiral, but I wonder if it's like some kind of like snake fang or something. There we go. We got the B. Next we need the B. We did just do the B with Shopi. So we can just recycle that again. Another ad break already. Time's flying. What the heck? Alright, let me just draw this next part over here. Or maybe I'll even do it during the ad break. That's fine. There we go. Alright, and then before we go on to the next one, let's actually put you guys in the cub corner again to get a little bit of that Christmas cheer. Alright, a little bit of Christmas cheer. I'm gonna take a water break right now. I just ate before the stream, but I'm getting hungry again. Why is that? What's the deal with that? Hmm? But otherwise, enjoy the soft tunes of Michael Jackson. Okay, we're back. And I just saw Clyde's message. I'm glad I got to see my name, but I'm fading fast about bedtime for me. Be well all. Thank you for joining in, Clyde. I appreciate you. I appreciate you. And oh my gosh, if beeplebees is still here, they're not gonna believe this. It actually worked out so well. I worked on their glyph during the ad break, because like I said, I wanted to get through the queue. But also, you won't believe this. There's a bug. There's a bug in beeplebees' name. I know it doesn't quite look like it, but with the way that I drew it, but this kind of looks like the pincers. And then look, this looks like like a rhinoceros beetle. They're I don't know if it's like the mandible or something like that, but it's very fitting because I know beeplebees loves the bugs. And like, oh, that's so perfect. That's so perfect. So yeah, here is the finished glyph. I'll show you guys what each one corresponds to. So the big lizard-looking thing in the center is the B sound. B, P. I think this one right here is P. This is the Li. This is another B. And this is a C. So that's my rendition, at least, of beeplebees' name. The one thing that I feel like I'm having trouble with is the order in which, like, where to put all, like, there's a central glyph, and then as you can see there's like little additions like to the sides, like to the left, right, above and below of it. I'm not sure if I'm doing it in the right order. But this is still a fun little like exercise. It's still a fun little like thing to do. And if anything, if you guys like, are using the link in the chat to look at the chart for yourselves and you want to make like your own versions, definitely feel free. Because I think the book does eventually, like once you get like deeper into the book, it will tell you like the right order. I think we even like looked at it. But yeah, I think that's a cool thing that you can look up as well. We did beeplebees. Next up is Nendoko, also known as HGTQW5. Followed by Folk, Ace, and Matthew. And then maybe Mr. Rage if we have the time. So next up, Nendoka. So this would be Ne. To. Ka. Dianork, hello, hello, hello. We're writing in Maya glyphs today. We're writing some names. So let's see, Nendoka. Ooh, your glyphs are pretty neat. Hello, hello. Because like, here's the N, here's the E. So we would start here. We could use either one of these. I kind of want to use... This one looks interesting, the one with all the dots. And then like the snake tail. Interesting. I might want to use that somehow. So let's do this first. I'm going to do the one with all the dots. And then there's almost like a spiral. Oh, I guess the... Oh no, what's that sound? Give me a second. It was the neighbors walking their dog, but why did that poor dog sound like that? Poor guy. Yeah, are they okay? I wasn't able to look out the window, but I'm wondering why he was making those sounds. I know, right? It sounded like it was suffering. There are a lot of dogs in the apartment complex, and cats. There's like a lot of cats. And then we just put a lot of dots. I wonder what this glyph signifies. It feels like it would signify like the night or space or darkness. So there's the first ne. The second one is almost like a tail. We used to have a neighbor whose dog, a hound, always made howling noises like it was in distress, but it was just how it greeted people. I do wonder if it's something like that where, have you guys ever heard like huskies and corgis when they're being all dramatic? They're just like, ow, 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 ow. You know, they make sounds that sound like that. Ow, 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 ow. Actually, there's a little bit of an opening here. There we go. And then there's some spots. And there's a couple of dots here and there. So there we go. The first part of Nendoka's name has like some snake parts to it. And then we need the to part. Nendoka. Ah, interesting. So I'll show you what I'm looking at. This section right here. This section. So we can add some things up top. Actually, let's see how the ka parts look. I know we drew the ka part. Ah, it's the fish fins. Okay. So toka. Ah, okay. I have an idea. Let's do this. Here's what I'm coming up with. And then below, if we look at the ka, it's the fish fin. There we go. Ooh, yours looks interesting. It like looks like a creature. Because it has like the snake tail. It has the fish fins, or the fish tail. And then it has like these parts at the top. It reminds me of like something astronomical. So this would be ne. This is another ne. To. Ka. There you go. Nendoka. It's pretty cool. I like this one. Well, I like all of them, but these are coming out pretty cool. That's so cool. I'm glad you like it. I'm glad you like it. And there we go. We did Nendoka. Now all that's left is Folk, Ace, and Matthew. Let's do Folk. So this would be... Is there an F sound? Oh, I'm not seeing an F sound. Okay, let's look at our substitutions. Oh wait, did I do the wrong one? It's 37. It's page 37. There we go. So F, use the P vowel. Okay, so this is po, lo, ko. Ah, okay, so yeah. So instead of a F sound, it's a P sound. So po, lo, because it has a silent vowel. So poloko is what we're looking for. Let's find it. Where's the pa? Pa 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 pa. Oh, interesting. Yours kinds of look the po looks like a donut. Yummy donut. Or like a coin even. And then the lo. Oh, that's right. We have the it's almost like a little mini bunny. And then the ko. Oh, that what is that? It almost looks like a fish. Oh no, it goes all the way around. So like this, like this. There we go. I kind of like that the first one looks like a donut. I think I would be interested in finding out what are like the actual like beginnings or etymologies of some of these characters. This is what we came up with. This is Poloko. It's Folk's name. It almost looks like a face, right? It looks like a little bit like an abstract face. I'm digging it. And also I'm kind of glad that like that one was pretty straightforward, right? Because there wasn't a lot of like alternate versions. That one's nice. Simple and clean. It looks like Keropi winking. Yeah, right? Keropi. Folk, and then let's do Acetology. I think I think it would be E. And then Se. Almost like Ace. This one also feels like it's gonna be like pretty straightforward. So we're looking for the E sound and Se sound. So E. Ooh, so we can either choose this one that has like 3 dots or this one that looks like a face. Maybe we could go with something a little bit more complex. We can go with something more complex. I like to start with like a square sound. I'm not sure what the face is supposed to be. It almost looks like a turtle because it has like a beak. I've been mentioning to everyone I know about the Michael Jackson biopic. I'm so excited for it. And Beans' mom, my mother-in-law, was talking about how like, because I told her like, oh, Michael Jackson's gonna be played by his own nephew, Jafar Jackson, which is such a cool name. Jafar Jackson. By the way, if you guys have listened to Jafar Jackson sing, it is like eerie how much he sounds just like Michael. He's overall a good pick. Overall, like, great pick. But my mother-in-law was like, oh, you know who would be good too as someone who could like act like Michael Jackson? Bruno Mars. And I was like, I love Bruno Mars. And yes, I do agree that like he would be pretty banger, but I feel like it should be a black guy. It should be a black guy that plays Michael. Even Michael himself was like, I would not want to be played by like a white person. Not that Bruno Mars is white. So Bruno Mars, for those who don't know, but does Bruno Mars is gay? Hi, May Shark. Hello. So Bruno Mars is not black. I remember I've been asked this before by a coworker. He's Filipino. He's definitely Filipino. I think he's either Puerto Rican or Cuban, as well as Ashkenazi Jewish. So he's those things, but I can kind of see it, you know, he's kind of dark-skinned. But also his music is very much influenced by Michael Jackson, right? Yeah, Bruno Mars is Filipino. Uy, Philippines. Filipino pride. It's true. Okay, we got the E sound. Now we need the Se sound. Say, oh, that's pretty straightforward actually. Take a look, see. It's just one symbol right here. Yeah, yet another glyph that is simple and clean. There we go. Oh, sorry, you guys were watching me. There we go. That's Ace's name. Next up is Matthew. By the way, usually after a stream, I usually post all of the names that I draw and stuff, but I don't know, I feel a little intimidated because I feel like there are gonna be like actual Maya experts that are gonna look at it and be like, oh, this is all wrong. Like, this is all incorrect. I feel like they would be nice about it. I think they would be nice about it because I did a video, like I did a stream way back when about like Filipino alphabet, like the Filipino like ancient Tagalog alphabet, the one that's like B. Oh, do I remember how to do it? Bibingka. I need the G in there somewhere, but I also know how to write in the Filipino, like the ancient Filipino alphabet that's not even really used because it was like used by the ancient like Bisaya and Tagalog. And I posted my like writing on Twitter, and I got like a couple people correcting me because I misspelled one thing. They weren't aggressive about it though. That's the thing. Like I feel like I'm making it out to be like, oh, they freaking pummeled me into the ground. They freaking bullied me, and they put my head in a toilet and gave me a swirly. But no, they were actually really nice about it. But I think, you know, my anxiety is just like, oh god, I don't want to be freaking perceived. Like, I appreciate the feedback, but I'm also like, oh god, the people are seeing my writing. So I think that's the same reason why I'm like, I don't know if I should post this on Twitter afterwards. Was this inspired by a reel that said the Mexican flag has a Maya glyph on it? No, I actually just like studying Maya glyphs because my work actually like goes over like ancient and Mesoamerican history, and I have a coworker that actually like knows how to write it. I actually didn't know about that reel, but I kind of see it because I know that the Mexican flag has the hawk with the snake over the cactus. I think that is actually the glyph, or rather like how you write the name for Tenochtitlan, which was the old Aztec capital. I think I'm not like 100% sure, but I think that is a reference to that. It's got a hawk too, huh? Yeah. A hawk too, huh? Yeah, that's all correct. Yeah. I just like Mesoamerican culture a lot, and I don't, whenever I say Mesoamerican, I am not meaning to like lump it all together, but it's just the quickest way to say it, just like native, like ancestral American like culture, you know. But okay, let's go ahead and start with Matthew's name. So we have Ma. There is a replacement for the TH. I just forgot what I think it's just T. Matayu. I feel like that's what we're doing. Let's just make sure. Let's just make sure. I'm pretty sure it's 37, page 37. So TH. It's the T or the sh. So let's just use the T. So it would be ma ta you. So let's look for the ma. There we go. Ooh, we got a lot of choices here. If you guys want to see what I'm doing. I just noticed something about a glyph that is right next to the ma. So this is ma. Then we need ta, but okay, first, look at this one, the meh sound. I'm pretty sure you see what I'm seeing, right? Like, Babikos, do you see what I'm seeing? Anyway, so ma ta. Ooh, we got quite a few things to pick from. I kind of want to use the diamond one. It looks like a Correct. This is ta. 3 dots, yes, 3 dots. Exactly. Exactly, May. And then you, is there a y sound? There is. And then we need this one. Oh, excellent. Excelente. Let's do this. There you go. This one's also fairly straightforward. There you go. Ma, ta, and you. We're starting to speed through this. I feel like we can add a couple more names before we call it for today. I think we did say that Mr. Rage. We'd add yours. Who else has entered since then? I think Mega Bronson. And Mayshark. And I think that'll be it. Unless, has anyone else entered? Oh no, Dia! Dia entered as well. Alright, this'll be it. And then I think I will call it for the night. Cut and paste. Okay, Mr. Rage. Let's spell out his name. I know his name is actually DT Rage, or maybe we could do that. We could do DT Rage. So that'd be something like this, right? Like D T Rage, right? Oh wait, the D is a T, right? It's TT. Your name is TT Rage. Oh, and there's no R, so it's actually Lay. TT Lage. Okay, let's find our T's. T. Oh, you got yourself a turkey. We got ourselves a turkey head here. Let's do it. Is it a turkey? Or I think it might just be like a bird. TT Rage is a great Filipino gamer handle. For real. Oy, tite, wag ka bastos. Because of the double T word. No. I'm Philip. I don't know any better. I'm Philip. I don't know any better. I'm just an ignorant little Filipino American bear. I don't know any better. Look at me mispronounce my Tagalog. Mabuhay. Mabuhay, children. I don't know any better. I don't know any better. Yeah, drawing this, like, I don't think it's a turkey. I think it's just like a seagull. Mabuhay! Mabuhay, children sounds like you're trying to resurrect them. Mabuhay. Why did it autocorrect? Yeah. Sometimes autocorrect be like that. It'd be a little unreasonable. There we go. So we got the first T. We need a second T. Maybe we could just double this one up. Let's just copy paste. Copy, paste. There we go. We just double it up. And then we just need the lay and the hey. Where's the lay? The lay looks like this. I'm not entirely sure what that's supposed to look like. Looks a little bit like a little slug. Once again, I do have a coworker that is actually like they know Maya glyphs really well. They even know kind of like, I guess, the etymology in a way. They know like what the glyph is actually supposed to look like. You know, like she can probably look at this and be like, "Oh yeah, that's like a very specific type of bird." And then lastly, the h sound. Okay, we got some. Oh, we got one choice. That narrows it down really nicely. There we go. We got it. So we got the TT Lehe. So right here, this is the T squared. This is the lay. This is the hey part. And there you go. That's Mr. Rage. Up next is Mega Bronson. So this would be me. I think, is there a G sound? Otherwise we're gonna have to use a substitution. There is not a G sound, so what do we replace it with? Let's do 37. The G sound. Oh, it's the K. So your name is actually Mecca. Mecca. Ba. Raw. Oh, I'm gonna have to actually move this over. Mecca Barana. Sa. Baran. Yeah, Baran San. Yeah, there we go. Gundam variant. Yours has a lot of glyphs. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. You got 7 glyphs in your name, bro. The one H looks like a ghost saying hi. Oh, hi. Let's do it. Let's freaking do it. Okay, so let's go to 18. Twisty, hello. We are currently studying Maya glyphs. We're writing some names down. So oh my god. Mega Bronson, look what glyph you got. You got it, buddy. Well, I like that there's like a question mark right next to it too. Maybe that means like we aren't sure if that's actually the glyph. But you know what? We're gonna do it. We're gonna do it. We're gonna draw it. He got the E in him. Hell yeah. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, since we were talking about I'm like Dee Dee, just like Dee Dee. You guys know that K-pop song, right? There we go. We got the meh part. We need the ga. Mega. Oh no, it's ka. Mega. Ooh, we can put the little like fish fin thing. This is ka. This is what we got so far. Mecca, and then we need the ba. Mekaba. Then we need the ro sound. Oh no, there's no R, so it's low. We're looking for the low sound. Lo 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 lo. How do we do this? Oh, you know what? I got an idea. We're gonna stack them. We're gonna stack the glyphs. No, and then no. This is what we have so far. We got the meh, the ka, the ba, the lon, and then we need the son part. Hello, Armorly. Hello, hello. So we need the SO part. There is no SO. Look. There is no SO. So we need to do sa and O. Sa, dude. Sa. Owen, hello. Hello. We're currently writing things down in Maya glyphs. And you got thank you for the 7-stream streak. Yahoo! Yippee! Okay, how do we do this? How do we do this? We need the sa and O, right? Okay, I think I'm gonna pick this one, but I'm just gonna like turn it upside down. And then the O sound? Man, this one is like the most complicated, I think. But at least there's a feather. Okay, this one's like super complicated. I'll be right back if I miss you finish. I feel like there's a better way to stack these. I feel like there's a better way to stack these. I might try again like off stream. This is the best that I could do because this is like the me, ka, ba, ron, sun. So yeah, this one's like the longest and most complicated one, but I feel like there's a better way to do it. But for now, I do want to move on. We did Mega Bronson, we're doing Mayshark, and then Dia, and unfortunately that's it. So if you came a little bit later, I'm sorry. You're not gonna get your name written in Maya glyphs, but I am down to do this again sometime. It's fun to write people's names down. Like, I might do Egyptian again, I might do Filipino Baybayin again, and then we'll probably do Maya glyphs again. So let's do Mayshark. So it's like May, Shay, Ray, K. So only 4. May, Shay, Ray. Oh my god, May means you get that one glyph, Mayshark. You get the... You know which one I'm talking about. You get this glyph. So let's do it. You get, that's right, you get the 3 dots. Let's go! I like, we're 2 for 2. People finding out that they have this glyph for their name and they're both like, let's freaking go! Okay, so we got the May part. We need the Shay part. I think there is there an SH? Oh, it's the X. It's the X. Oh, but there is no XE. So we're gonna have to do XA and then E again. So let's do it this way. We're gonna do the XA glyph. Like that. And then we're going to add the E. This is a fun exercise, I will say that. We're gonna go with the simplified one. The one with the 3 dots. There we go. So far we got May. This is May. Or this is Shay. And then we need Ray K. We're in it like a badge of honor, and if someone else is being weird about it, point and laugh at them. Exactly. Exactly. May Shay. Oh yeah, there's no R. It's an L. So your name became May Shay Leke. It's kind of like how, what is that one Christmas song that's Hawaiian? Malakiliki maka is the thing to say. Like, that's actually how you say Merry Christmas. Because of just how, like, the like, Hawaiian alphabet gets romanized. And I think that's neat. Malakiliki maka is the thing to say. I sound like a milkshake. It's true. The May Shark milkshake. That's actually kind of fun to say. Behold. The May Shark milkshake. So we got the lay, and now we need the K. Oh my god, it's a hand. That's pretty sick. How do we draw that? Let's see. Oh, I got it. We'll do the bottom one. We'll do this bottom one. Oh, you know what? I have an idea. Oh no, this means I have to know how to draw a hand. The bane of every artist's existence. Here, I'm gonna show you guys how I try to draw this hand so you guys don't think it's like AI generated. Or rather, you'll see how bad it is so that like it's bad, but at least we saw her do it so we know it's not AI generated. Actually, I feel like most of the time I'm not too bad with hands, but it's like when the hand has like a pretty complex like pose to it that I'm like, oh, this looks bad. I feel like I'm gonna get accused of doing like AI art. But I also feel like my overall style is like rough enough that I won't get that accusation. I mean, a bear drawing human hands is already amazing, right? I feel like people underestimate that the fact that I can draw at all is quite the miracle. Alright, I did something kinda funny with this one. So the hand is actually K. But this thing that it's holding is the lay part. So that would be Mayshark's hand. Or Mayshark's glyph, rather. Heavily salted fish, hello. Good day. Good day to you. We're in a Cubist classroom. We're just so Cubist today. But yeah, we're studying Maya glyphs. We're writing some names, but I have reached my limit, so I'm only doing a couple. You're back? Yours? Okay, so I kind of want to retry yours, Mega Bronson, off stream, because I feel like there's a better way to layer it. Get cubed. Yeah, it's because, like, yours has a lot of signs because of the way that the syllables are broken up. But I do want to retry it, but that's what I came up with at the moment. But here's also Mayshark's. You got the beanits, you got the face-looking thing, and then you have the hand. And it's holding the other symbol, which I think is pretty cool. Their glyphs are pretty, but it seems so hard to write. The thing is, it's the same with Egyptian hieroglyphs too, where like it does seem like it would be hard to write in daily life, but this isn't how they would write in daily life. This is just for like, these are the letters that you would see in like tombs and ceremonial like writing. When they were writing for like to keep track of crops and stuff, they probably had other writing systems, or they had like a simplified way that made it really easy to do so. In fact, actually, I can show you how they would count. Their counting system was actually pretty simple. It was just a dot. Each dot represents a 1 and each bar represents a 5. So if I did this right here, this would be what? 1, 2, 3, 4. Plus 10, this would be 14. So their number system would have been actually like really easy to do. And they had a pretty good system of how to do it. I think their numbers were like 20 based as well. I think. But I don't know enough about that to teach it. But yeah, like the kind of writing that you see here would have just been more so for like tombs and ceremonial things. But that's a good thing to bring up, is that like it seems like it would be pretty hard, but in daily life they would probably be using some other system. So that's Mayshark, and then our last name that we're going to be writing for tonight is Dianork. So how are we going to do this? We have there's no D, so we're going to substitute it with T. No. Ro. Go. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 glyphs. You're back, Matthew. We wrote your name. We wrote your name in Maya glyphs. Here you go. Yours ended up being really simple, like conveniently like very simple. I like doing it. So yeah, welcome back. Welcome back. I'll post all these at my Discord, but I mentioned before I might not post it on on Twitter because I'm scared. I'm scared of people being like, actually you did it all wrong. I did the thing in Zomboid, only one getting supply. Ooh, nice. You carried. Alright, let's finish off by doing Dianork's name now. So, we're looking for the T, T-I. Oh yeah, let's look at our chart. T. Ooh, do we dare do the turkey again? We can, but we can also just copy this one. I keep calling it a turkey, but I don't think it's a turkey. Oh no, wait. What is this? Wait, what did I... Oh, here. Wait. I'm just looking at my layers real quick. Okay, I'm pretty sure I did this right. There we go. Thank you for the supply. Yeah, sounds like you guys had fun in Zomboid with the Hollow Boys. All right, we got our turkey for tea. I just copy pasted. Miss Teacher, that little T-bird is judging me. Oh no, I'll tell it to stop. Shinrin will survive the winter. I died a bunch. Also, hello, Seishun. Hello. Okay, we got the T-bird. We need the ah sound. Where's the ah? The ooh ah ah ah. And I think after this, I'll probably call it. I'm starting to get pretty tired, and I'm gonna be streaming tomorrow. We're gonna be playing a nice short video game that was gifted to me by Matthew. It's called Karimara. Alright, this is T, and then we need the Nork part. So Noroko. I wanted to go rescue, but I was transporting all the loot in the ruse. Same time tomorrow, I'm going to be doing 11 a.m. PST. So I think that's gonna be that's gonna be late evening for Southeast Asia. I apologize. It's like an hour after Randon's like usual stream time. Oh, I love this song. He'll never be alone. Oh, Michael. This is a neat glyph. I kind of like this one. I have messed up my sleeping time because of work. Hopefully it's still messed up enough to catch you stream. Aw, you don't have to do that, May Shark. But also, feel free. If you're having trouble sleeping, no worries. We're just gonna be playing a short video game. It's okay, Matthew, the first time I got lost in the forest, and then after that I went down valiantly. I don't know if I'm gonna go to my Digimon locals tomorrow. I haven't decided. It's actually been a minute since I went, and I feel like I'm out of practice, and I feel like I'm gonna get my butt whooped. But at the same time, that's not gonna be too different from what usually happens. So maybe I should not worry that much. Oh, you know what I should do? I should actually erase this. Do this. Moloko. There we go. So this is Tia. This is this part is the no. This is the ko, and this is the this is the lo, and this is the ko. So there we go. We got Dianork's name in there. Oh, you guys can't see it. There we go. We got Dianork's name in there. So we wrote a whole bunch of names today. We wrote 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 names today. If I missed your name, if I wasn't able to write down your name in Maya Glyphs today, worry not. We'll probably have another stream like this sometime in the near future. But I enjoy doing stuff like this. Once again, I also know a little bit of ancient Filipino alphabet by Bayan. Well, I say Filipino, but it's actually Tagalog Bisaya, as well as ancient Egyptian. So I feel like I'm gonna have a lot of fun writing down names for these streams if you guys are interested in something like that. But otherwise, check out the resource that's in the pinned comment in the chat. That is basically like what I was using this whole time to write down these names, to learn a little bit more about Maya glyphs. I feel like it's a really good resource all around if you're interested in learning that kind of stuff. And they provide some really good examples too of just how to like better comprehend how to write in Maya glyphs. So with that, I'm gonna go ahead and stop raids. And let's mosh. Let's freaking mosh, man. Let's see what we got on the docket. Once again, I'm gonna write down all the names. If you miss like me writing your name, I'll post it in the Discord. So let's see what we listening to. What we listening to today? 80s remix Linkin Park Numb. Ah! Open up the pit. What are we listening to though? Don't stop till you get enough. Don't stop till you get enough. Don't stop till you get... Is there a metal version? Don't stop till you get enough. Is there like a metal version that we can mosh to? Performed by Sugarfoot? We could also just listen to this. It doesn't have to be the metal version, right? Okay. Let's do it. For those who've never moshed with us before, once you hear the music, go. This is our end of stream tradition, by the way. Just spam your favorite emotes. I'm gonna make your little avatars fight each other. There's no correlation between how many emotes you spam and who wins the mosh pit. It's RNG, and it's not rigged. It's not. Don't believe what they tell you. But otherwise, let's get it started. No, answering one question. Never heard of any of those. Theater mode. There we go. Let's go. Oh, that's kind of loud though. There you go. Ooh, that drum sounds so good. Hey, who's throwing things during the mosh pit? How dare you? Ooh, this matchup is close. This matchup is close. There's Matthew, Mayshark, and my... Oh, there's just me and Matthew. And he just got the med kit. Who's it gonna be? It's Matthew. Rigged. No one even won yet. Well, you won. You won. But guess what? We got plenty of time. We got plenty of time. So you won round 2, though. Rigged regardless, Matthew was a mod? Aw, man. Aw, man. Well, there's a round 2. So how about that? How about that? RNG rigged na game. It's not rigged. It's dragged into an alley. It was a psyop. No. Look, see, you can beat me. You can beat me right now. See, you beat me. So it's either Folk or Heavily Salted Fish. Neither of them is a mod. Neither of them is a mod, right? And it goes to Folk. Don't stop till you get enough. See, and we still have plenty of time. We have enough time for like 2, maybe even 3 more mosh pits. Folk is a bear? No, you guys are moving the goalpost. You guys are moving the goalpost. I feel like no matter who wins, you guys are gonna be like, that person is a person, therefore rigged. Winner was a bebinka rigged. When is it time for the bebatters, huh? See this next one? It's heavily salted fish. See, we're getting such a diverse group of winners here. Therefore not rigged. You heard? Don't stop till you get enough. Don't stop till you get enough. Round 4. How much time do we have? Okay, I feel like we can fit in probably like 1 or 2 more. Yeah, you won heavily salted fish. You did it. But can you win round 4? This is 4, right? Don't stop till you get enough. Don't stop till you get enough. Don't stop till you get enough. Also looking at who to raid into. Yo, Mega Bronson. See, it's not rigged. It's not rigged because this time it was a bebatter that won. It wasn't a bebinka, it was a bebatter. See, you guys keep saying that it's rigged when it's not. How much time do we have? 1 more. Let's do 1 more round. And then we're gonna go ahead and raid. Isn't Mega Bronson also a bear? Shut up. Shut up. You guys are no, it's not rigged. It's not. No. She definitely didn't make my PNG, you guys. A baby batter one rigged. You're moving the goalpost. I'm telling you, you're moving the goalpost. Trying to see who to raid it. There's so many people. There's so many people to pick from today. Who do we raid into? There's just so many people that are streaming right now. Oh, I guess that's it. Maybe Echan? I feel like we haven't raided into Echan in like a while. Or Jiro. Actually, Jiro is I don't know if they're ending soon. They've been going for like 3 and almost a half hours. Oh, dang it. Oh, would you look at that? Would you look at that? It's time to go home. It's time to go home. Can I request a raid for tomorrow? Go for it, oh Orlando, go for it. 4 Milks is up? I'm thinking Jiro. Yeah, I'm thinking Jiro because he's playing Magic the Gathering. He's doing Commander for the first time. Yeah, if you don't get in the request now, Orlando, or the recommendation, feel free to put it in the Discord. So yeah, let's do Jiro. He's a moon bear. He's a moon bear. So while I am a sun bear, he is a moon bear, and he has a really cool model as well. So we're gonna go ahead and send you guys off to Jiro. He's playing Commander, Magic the Gathering for the first time. When are you playing MTG? We'll see. We shall see. But otherwise, thanks guys. I hope you guys have a good morning, afternoon, and evening. And as always, I'll see you guys when I see you guys. Bye-bye. I love you guys.